Grind GG, and MVSW Esports. My name is Zero Fight, joined, of course, by Yafa. And we are finally in the playoffs. Day number 2. Yafa, you got a little bit of experience yesterday with that first round, but here we have Awesome Team going up against Team Pulsar X, an exciting matchup to kick off the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these teams making it into the semifinals, and I think that's just really deserved. We've seen how well these teams have played together in some of the matches that we saw in the round robin stages of this tournament, and I'm just excited to see what kind of strategies and team play that these guys and girls are going to come up with. I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be exciting. We know that both of these teams going over towards those maps. We certainly have seen both of these teams play a little bit before. Awesome Team. Yesterday, we got to see, I think, 13-11 victory over Corrode, or on Corrode, and then Team Pulsar was really having a tough time at it up against Good Vibes, but still 2 exciting matchups. And I think after a bit of a refresh, a best of 3 as well can give you a little bit more insight into how these teams really are going to fare. So sure, yesterday we did get to set some expectations maybe, but I think coming into today, we have a whole new slew of setups. And speaking of that map select here, Yafa, let's get right into it.
Well, yeah, we see Breeze Blind Band as well, Haven Band, Pearl Band, and I think this is kind of not to be all that surprising or shocking, really, of map bands. Pearl and Haven are, reasonably popular, I think, whereas Breeze, just outright one of the worst maps at the moment for a lot of people. Not happy with the overworks, not happy with how it was. No, not really, not really.
Really?
Yeah. I think the problem is that it kind of turns it in a little bit into. I feel like it's risking turning it into a bit like Icebox 2.0, if you get what I mean. And Icebox, not the most popular sort of map with its strategies. So
I suppose. I was not a fan of it before, so I love the rework, make it less like a 3 map. But first pick is going to be Corrode. So moving on to that, it will be Awesome Team's pick, and then like you said, split for Team Pulsar X, with the decider being Abyss. If we do end up getting towards that map 3, we'll have to find out. I'm very excited to see. I was really enjoying the composition that Awesome Team brought out yesterday, the old 100 Thieves comp with that chamber, with the double scan. I think Gracious was having a lot of value as well as fallacy. So I'm very interested to see if that continues into today, and then what sort of composition that Team Pulsar brings, because I think there's a lot of different directions you can go. And I think if you get to see that VOD from yesterday and come into today with a little bit of information, you might kind of decide. Okay, and so interesting. So
sorry,
same composition.
Yeah, sorry, very much the same composition that we've seen before on Corrode. You still got the Omen, you still got the Neon. You've got your chamber, which you've seen quite a bit of play actually recently. A little bit surprised about, to be fair, with the chamber. I know chamber did get buffed quite a while ago now, actually. My goodness. But I'm surprised to see them seeing as much play as as we've seen.
He certainly has a lot of power, but Vito will be Staryu's agent. So just as a heads up for any player or any watchers at home, but Awesome Team starting off on the attack here. We saw this very early on yesterday, where they're very willing to just play slow. They have so much utility with both Sova and Fade. They can just kind of fight for orbs, let Geo work the map with that Headhunter and insert and play the time. But this Vito is going to be very interesting, especially against a double initiator comp. But just like that, I mean, it's just a 1-tap from Staryu to take down Elf on a Shelf. The IGL goes down. Now Rena takes down Fallacy 5-3 here. 50 seconds left.
And things are starting to go down in the way. Things are breaking up. People are going and dropping. Awesome Team all the way down. And that's that. They've just lost all their players in such quick succession. As Pulsar, I mean, what did they really do? They just kind of swarmed in and found the right places that Awesome Team were hiding.
Yeah, Team Ace there to start off the half. And I was wondering about the veto utility, but kind of gets shut down there right off the bat. Just a little quick swing, but we did get to see a little bit of that util. Will swap it up here. And I'm very interested to see it. I don't think we've seen a veto so far. Again, early starts, but you can see those teleports set up for those fast rotates. A lot of teams have not found out the best, most ideal way to play this agent yet, but I really like this interpretation from Staryu. There goes as well that interceptor, and behind that box, you actually can't break it unless maybe you have an Odin or a high pin gun.
I mean, I think they're playing it just fine here. They are playing it slowly, but it's not something that we've seen that's unusual for this team. I think they've generally quite liked to play slowly. They're sort of trying to poke around, apply some pressure, and they brought all the way to Team Pulsar all the way around to Site B as they start to push up into the center. Seems like their mental plays works out, but now Rena has spotted a couple of players. The call goes out. They go around, but look at it. She has 2 kills already.
So 2 huge frags. They can pick those guns up.
And it leaves Asa completely free as well.
And look at how far away Staryu is.
The judge coming out, getting 2 kills as well by Vienna. Popping off. Isn't able to find and convert anymore, but now there's just 1 player left for Team Awesome. Elf on a shelf. Able to get the 1. Can they get the second one to try and tie it up together win, but it is not enough. And now it all comes down to defusing, but there's plenty of time for them to make that decision.
Staryu stabilizing and staving off a potential eco round there. We got to see them really shine on that Killjoy over on Pearl yesterday. They were facing up against Good Vibes, but still it wasn't enough. But here, already continuing that success from yesterday and already proving that they are a formidable foe on this Sentinel role. But a great attempt as well to do a lot of damage. You can already see, I mean, you have a Judge, a Stinger, but everything else is just Sheriffs. It's pretty meek bonus round, to be honest here, but they'll be applying a bit more pressure here. Smoke down middle, Rena just jump spotting. The attackers on Awesome Team have decided to kind of up the pace here.
And the Prowler coming out as well to try and spot people, but it's not able to find anyone. Again, they're just going through the little pokes and prods to try and find the openings in the defending team. But Awesome Team, they have mid. And which side are they going to go for? It looks like it might be going for a B hit. Trying to push back the Omen, who's currently sitting on the site here.
Yeah, just
in fact, they changed their mind. Going for an A hit, but there's a Judge here sitting on the corner, able to pick up 1. Will they go to pick up 2, 3? No! Gets taken down. But it's enough, though, for Awesome Team to try and get in and get the plan. Now it's in their favor. They've got the spike down. Now it becomes a battle of wits. And unfortunately for Team Pulsar...
Look at how low Elf on a Shelf and Gracious are, though. Stinger in hand. It's the perfect weapon to shred through all 3 of these players, but it's still a giant task ahead.
Rena finds 1, not able to find the second, who comes around up the shelf from the flank, picks up the kill on Rena. I mean, it's just an unfortunate situation to be in, really, when you're in that kind of position. You've not got a great weapon and a great plays from Awesome Team, where you've got Rena coming around on the flank with great timing as well.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there, but a good attempt at it. Elf on a Shelf just making that wrap happen was their bonus. So still relatively good damage. Both teams will be able to buy full weaponry into this one. Odin in the hands of Jid. Everyone knows how deadly this weapon can be, especially spamming down middle. There's just such little you can do in response unless you pick up an Odin of your own. And this 1-3-1 approach, again, fighting over towards mid here. Oh, but shut down this time. Lina gets punished.
And that is not what you want to happen. But May poking out of the smoke blind, looking the wrong direction. Gia picks up the kill. Easy punish. But the Odin is just around the corner. Jid picking up the kill. This Odin can be absolutely devastating, especially when you just hold left click on a corner. So many times in this season, we have seen 3-4 kills of the Odin just by standing on one ender. Fortunately, though, Gracious trying to find the kill, but Awesome Team, they're the ones here with the advantage, able to get half a tick on the defuse at one stage. Taps it again to try and bait them out, but unfortunately,
so
they just lost the Angel there against Delph on the shelf. Knew where they were coming, but just could not quite get that kill off soon enough.
These rounds are coming down to the wire here. Yafa. It's an exciting way to start off. Instantly put back onto an eco for Team Pulsar. Gia will be able to pop that tour de force and save a little bit of extra credits in that back pocket. I think Elf on a Shelf as well. Potentially looking at an operator purchase or enough money to have an operator in the next rounds. Constantly feed that, because we saw yesterday it really come into effect on how this attack side is played. When Gia can just get set up and play their own game, so deadly. And oh my gosh, just a little glimpse there.
How they did not get spotted, I don't know.
Oh, shoulder peeking out.
Oh, they certainly know that they're there, and they're playing around it.
Jed. Oh, no way.
No, Jed left it. No. Is able to pick up the kill, but gets traded out.
Stabilized.
That's not the way. we were hoping
They got
that
one.
to
They
go.
got one.
Vienna able to pick a 1 kill, trade out for Gracious on a 3K after somehow dodging and avoiding the potential catastrophe of that one player lurking. Team Pulsar again on the back foot on this defense. Although they played it so well in the past, can they play it so perfectly once again? Do they know where they are? Will they be able to get the first stage of the defuse? Or can they win these two duels? No doubt going to be coming up. Awesome Team, they don't want to be taking it as two singular duels. They want to take it together, if possible, for the best chance of success. And unfortunately, they're starting to run out of time for Staryu. Gives them all the opportunity there for Tommy Hurts to come in, swing out, take the kill. But I don't think it mattered. Nobody was going to be getting out of that alive, unfortunately.
3-2 here for Awesome Team, taking the lead. Not having to invest that Nightfall as well will feel like a nice little bonus there. Star, you made that one close. Once again, these rounds are coming down to the wire every single time. Yafa. Jid will be able to pick up again that Odin. This time, can be going over towards mid link. But Staryu and Vienna have a lot to do here on the B site. Viper's Pit is available if needed, but Fallacy with that dimensional drift's going to spot out that there's no one on the site. It's free for the taking here, but there's no commitment behind it.
Not yet, but there is the information. Managing to dodge the information, though. Sorry, being spotted by that dimensional drift, at least.
But I'm a little confused there. They had both the Soba ult and the Nightfall to try to combo into that. You'd imagine they used that to get onto site, but just not liking what they saw, I suppose. It's going to bring a little bit of a pause into the round. Spike still over towards the B site. They want to explore middle a little bit. Maybe go for a split push here. There's actually no one over towards middle. It's just a trip holding all that space.
Face your fear.
The trip is all that they really need to have that space. Oh, Staryu getting up the kill. Cheeky little kill there onto Fallacy. Caught off guard.
30 seconds left.
But it's a B hit at long last here by Awesome Team. But it's just probably not going to be quite enough. Team Pulsar are swarming the sites already. You've got a player on flank, Jid, picking up the kill with his Odin. I'm not sure they're going to be able to plant this time. Unfortunately, it does not happen. There's just too many players around. Too many still alive. Not enough. Removed. I mean, how do you think that really went?
Unfortunate. And like I said, I think the initial call there not to combo those ultimates from Awesome Team, it's a bit of a mismanagement there. Used 2 ults and really get nothing for it. And so forced back right onto an eco. A full shelf can get, I mean, a bulldog, but really it's a bit of scraps here. I could very easily see this half starting to run away if Team Pulsar can get a little bit of momentum. This veto setup has been so hard to get through, especially when Staryu is shooting as well as they are currently. But again, this same split idea going, and Jid needs to win this out, or Gia, excuse me, and they do.
And that might just be all that they need, the opening pick, to open up B side for them as they flood in. Only 1 player remaining on Team Pulsar on B side. They have to back off. There's no way they're going to be taking this. But they are able to take Jewel. They already took 2 people, not quite able to get the 3rd. But still, that is far too much value that you want to be giving Team Pulsar for something like that. And now May is coming over on the flank. He catches them unawares. Picks up 1. But it's more than enough for Team Pulsar to get onto site. But this overall comes out to delay just a little bit longer. That's all that they really need. Tommy Hurst coming out right at the right time to pick up that headshot. Played perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, so able to instantly respond, and that's what this time they overwhelmed and decided to go aggro in that post plant, push Staryu, and make them uncomfortable. It's the first time we've really seen them be backed into a corner like that. And again, if they want to continue this success that they've been having, 4-team, Awesome Team, I want to see another exploit of that. Again, fighting towards mid, Rena going exploring, and I mean, that's just ridiculous there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There really was just an absolutely ridiculous play by Rena to play aggressively, and yet they were rewarded with it. They get the pick, they get the early kill. It really just forces Awesome Team away out of that mid, just from that 1 pressure, 1 kill alone. You know, you no longer know where this Neon player is, the kind of pressure that Team Pulsar might have, and within mid.
Yeah, and look at all the info that Vienna has as well, pushed up all the way up B main, allows the rotates. There's going to be 3 players here to defend this.
But chaos is happening on A sites. Unfortunately, the whole team gets wiped, and now it's all up to this chamber. Who is able to get a kill on Staryu. Picks up the Odin. We've seen some disgusting plays on Odin before recently. But unfortunately for Gia, Jid is the one to take them out and put an end to the hero play of a 1v3.
Such a close game here, but it really was off the back of that initial pick. Reno was able to secure in mid. As soon as Fallacy goes down, there's just no one to assist, and honestly, 1 and 8, the duelist is not really having a lot of success here so far on the attack. It can be a bit hard as a solo Yoru to really be the only one going in, but especially with double info, a gun barrel spotted on Alpha of a shelf. Is this cleared out? No way, no. Harry Houdini. No, that's ridiculous.
Let's play.
I'll find you.
Getting stalled out by this Seas. It's going to be another attempt at it. And oh my god, the smoke goes down. Tummy hurts. We'll pick up one, but it's Chaos on the site. And Staryu again. Just melting. And what looked like a good start, a good macro gameplay on Yafa. I really liked the pistol. But since then, we haven't really seen that same pace of play that we were getting to watch yesterday and early on in this map. I wouldn't hate to see a timeout, maybe an adjustment to try to stem some of this bleeding.
Well, I certainly hope that they do make some kind of pause, because you know you really need to be making use of that timeout to just regroup, rethink, re-strategize. Especially in a tight game like this, you really need to be spending a little bit of time and trying to maybe understand your opponent, to break it apart, to find the weakness. It seems like Awesome Team may have found a weakness in the defense of Team Pulsar this round. Falling in by A short, through mid, sorry, front to A. Finding that it's empty. Except Jid. Here with the Odin once again. Gets flashed. Oh, able to find the double kill. But it was close. That certainly would have been some funny business if they had picked up that kill.
Hello. What?
That is some impressive timing for Staryu. Forcing the trying to peek. Gets the kill, gets traded out, unfortunately. But now there's only one member of Awesome Team around. They do have the spike timing to play with them, but unfortunately it's just not enough when you're getting swarmed by 3 other teammates.
And it just feels a bit like the game plan's fallen apart. Like I said, it just I like the idea to push forward the success that they've had in the post plant for Team Awesome Team has really come from those positions where they fight aggressive into elbow, into CT, but just unaware of the potential for Staryu to be pushed up that far already. Gets punished and the round goes the opposite way, so they'll be forced to go back onto an eco and try to get something going here, but 5 players grouped up outside. Hey, they have a lot of work, and this has not been very successful for them in the past, but new round and new attempts.
Ooh, that timing there for me was almost their downfall. Manages to run away before they get caught with their pants down. In the middle, using utility. The firefight has all begun here on A site. Will Team Awesome, will they be able to secure A site and push Team Pulsar out? But they just got so much utility, Team Pulsar. They're able to keep them away at arm's length for now. Preventing them from planting.
They have 4 players here now, but there's not a single attacker in elbow. They're all just walking back out over towards mid link. They know they have all this space.
30 seconds left.
The trip over towards mid is going to give the information away. It could be known that they're flanking, retreating over.
Gotta go.
Well, it's certainly going to be happening soon. I don't know how they managed to make that little gymnastics work.
10
It's like
seconds
Houdini
left.
getting out of that
Spike planted.
elbow there of back of A sites. Onto B now.
My ult is ready.
But unfortunately for Awesome Team,
Last player
Team
standing.
Pulsar are here with other ideas. They're able to swarm into the site, pick up the kills that they need. The spike is down. They do have to be worried about this. But it's just not enough. Gracious ends up getting killed by May.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, and again, I hate to bring it up, but there was a moment there where both Elf on a Shelf and Gracious had their info abilities, and I and a dart, and they both use them to clear out CT. Just those small little bits of lacking communication. Yesterday, we were praising their team play for their micro, but it's not on that same level. One more round here in the first half on their map pick. Try to somewhat stabilize, and they have a lot of tools in their back pocket to do it. 4 ults online. No, B site looks to be where they might be wanting to go. They have a teleport in.
Face your fear.
Ultimates coming out online from both of these teams. It really makes sense when you look at the scoreline. Awesome team have unfortunately kind of been getting shut down recently by Team Pulsar. They have been able to get onto B side with the thanks of those abilities that they've been making use of. But unfortunately for them, Team Pulsar are coming in together as a team. Vienna picking up 2 kills. Just amazing aim here once again.
One enemy remaining.
It's all just so tight, and yet all of this excitement and all these different times of these people just shooting and
This fight is diffused.
it's so close and yet so far. Just what could Awesome Team do to just get out of these situations that they keep finding themselves in?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit unfortunate there. Elf on a Shelf left to try to scrap that one out and make it happen towards the ends. And especially, I mean, 8-4 is the attacking half that they get. This is a defense-sided map traditionally, so maybe a little bit of bail to shoot them. But a pistol rounds, you'd think it might be needed at this point. Or some big heroics.
Yeah, well, sometimes heroics is just what you need, even if it's not the play that really makes it out. It's that kind of confidence and boldness that sometimes can all be making the difference to really bring some confidence into your team. Sometimes those risks are maybe not the best, but
Trap triggered.
I like the idea. And it's that invigoration that you just so desire. So beautiful to see sometimes. But we're in the pistol round. I can't get too distracted here because this round is important for both of these teams. If they are able to get this victory in this round, then they should be able to get the next round victory too. Is convert it.
Takes the teleport out. Stays alive for the time being. But holding on all of this space. As well over towards middle. Tummy hurts. Big piece of this defense and picks up 2.
He's remaining low. He's able to pick up 2. The team is now helping out, but meanwhile, Team Pulsar here on a side B, trying to execute, trying to find the opening. Gracious here with the 3K. Beautiful headshots, just eliminating the team all by themselves, it seems. No need for
Yeah,
any of
beautifully
this.
done. From Gracious to sweep in there and clean up on site. So the pistol round going the way of Awesome Team. That's exactly what we were saying. They need get themselves off to a good start here. Because it definitely can be difficult to try to keep this one going. But Outlaw will be picked up into Gia. And I'm very curious just to see how that goes. There's going to be a lot of operator play. We saw it yesterday have success.
Oh, we've seen some. Sorry, this play is incredible here from these team. Beautiful shots when they really shouldn't be getting them. And now the team is stuck once again in this location. This time the roles are reversed. Team Pulsar, another one stuck here. An Awesome Team are keeping their angles, helping their shove, able to pick up a kill with the Outlaw. Again, Tony Hurts able to pick up one more kill. 1 player remaining. The whole team swings out. And I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to convert, you know, with that pistol.
No.
Although we have seen it before. We have seen some crazy plays with the pistol, getting like three kills out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's been done. It's been done, but a little bit of damage done. You know, some armor rebuys, nothing too crazy. So as well. That the Outlaw, excuse me, will be tossed back over to Gia, and 4 players on Team Pulsar going to be on that half armor. Actually, the call is made to maybe buy some Guardians, so not too susceptible from it. Only Vienna and Arena now. Being posted up over towards A. They're very cautious about any aggro lines. And this is what's so great about the chamber. You can set it up. You can play for your 1 pick, instantly TP out. And just having that untradeability factor, especially after the nerfs, is insane. But it doesn't matter if Staryu just clicks your head. Does 140 in response. And so 10 HP. Be alive. And now it's the A site completely open for the taking. Question mark in the minds. Awesome team.
I mean, absolutely. Lots of question marks, but all of a sudden, the problem gets rather simpler when you face the enemy head on. Awesome team, trying to find those kills, trying to break them down. Oh! Some confusion there, and some teammates pushed through that smoke, not expecting it. Team Pulsar, once again, in the driving seat right now, with the spike planted, taking up the right angles. Tommy is able to pick a 1 with the ominous. Trying to catch them off on an off angle now, but it's not enough here. Unfortunately, they are able to catch them out on that angle.
Oh!
This angle. Oh. Facing 2 on like that is unfortunately a recipe for disaster.
It's so hard to get through, isn't it? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Staryu was so low that a stray bullet would have taken them down as well. So there was a chance there, but still a lot of damage being done to that economy. So should be full buys for each team's. Gia, just Headhunter, be the weapon of choice. And again, teleporting out.
Not able to get the kill here by the anchor. But now they have the shorty. And we've seen some absolutely disgusting kills with the shorty. They find 1, not able to find 2. But the team are pushing through, finding the kills. Gia on off angle, doesn't find any. No! For the shove, not able to convert. Vienna.
Oh, tragedy.
Oh. But that is the play that I love to see though from Gia. On that off angle, finding the right kind of space to play. They were hiding, they got a kill.
Yeah.
Got around on the flank.
It was cheeky, it was.
It is. It is.
Especially,
I mean, the first time we've seen this either.
No. I mean, it's a good little play to go aggro. You can TP back the shorty, knowing exactly what would happen there, but just can't land the shots there. And Jid sprays down 3 and ends it. But look at this. There's 5 players grouped up here.
That is incredible. And they called them exactly where they would be. And unfortunately, just even though they had all stacked up together, it's not turning in their favor. Rena already picking up 2 kills. Awesome team down to 2. And Team Pulsar, they're sprinting to A. They know it's clear. They know where the rest of Awesome Team are. Team Pulsar, close to winning this particular round. 10 rounds already. Only 3 more to go.
I wouldn't even... You just want to make sure you do a little bit of damage. I mean, Vienna, 4 away from their ults, but both Gracious and Elf on a Shelf will be able to get their ults online. As long as they go down here.
One enemy remaining.
And this one's, it's essentially wrapped up. Put a bow on it.
It is.
Ship it. 11-6 here for Team Pulsar. Taking an early lead, decisive lead from the looks of it on Team Awesome Teams. Team Awesome Team. Wow, that's a great tongue twister there. But on Awesome Team's map pick. And I mean, I was liking what I was seeing initially, but we just the players not really shooting. I feel like they have their opportunities, they have their moments, but they just can't string them enough together enough to make something valuable of it. But the operators brought out line, and Gia takes a shot but has to dip away.
Face your fear.
Ultimate's coming out here from Team Pulsar. Finds one. Team Awesome still got 2 of their own. I gotta be using it pretty soon, surely. Here comes Soa's Eye of the Hunter. Isn't able to find a kill, unfortunately. Wasn't able to delay the plant. But now, trying to push in, but unfortunately, Team Pulsar have got this angle out, an absolute lockdown. 2 players on opposite sides. And it's a positive outcome for Team Pulsar.
An absolute resurgence here from Team Pulsar. We saw them fall pretty flat yesterday. But coming out and showing out Staryu 20-13, really making great use of this veto. Showing exactly how you want to have it played. And I mean, there you would have, I mean, it was unlucky and for Gia just getting overran completely. And it's going to be the same thing to start this one off. And then get on site. Vienna has that Viper's Pit. So if bomb can get planted, it might be lights out.
Unfortunately so. Although it is a best of 3, so there's still a chance here for Awesome Team to make it up, to get out the win. Awesome Team have been a strong team earlier on. Oh no! Unfortunate. Missing the shots. Today's not their day. Oh, this aim. Trying to find the kills. Unfortunately, they have not been able to. When they go down, they lost the sight now. Team Pulsar, 5.
Spike planted.
All the teammates on A sites. Awesome Team. Only got 2, but they have to go for a push. They've got to risk it because it's that. Or it's round over.
Teleport's ready.
Gia here. Maybe having to go for the ace if they want to turn this around, and there's potential. Just look at this. All our teammates of Team Pulse are looking the wrong way. Gets 1, gets 2. Not able to find the 3rd. They turn around just in time. The stack of 4. It all lined up so beautifully there for Gia, but not enough for Gia to unfortunately convert that into a miraculous hero round win. And
Yeah, that
some
would
ways-
have been something, but
it would have been something. How can I be excited about the potential of such an amazing clip? That would have been, you know, beautiful. Beautiful.
it would have been, but instead a beautiful finish from Team Pulsar, 13-6 here on Corrode. Awesome Team's map pick as well, so really showing out here and making it be known that they are not a team to be messed with. And honestly, I liked a lot of the theory coming into the team composition, right? The defensive setups as well. So I'm very excited to see what they have cooked up for map number 2. And Awesome Team, it's going to be a tough battle back, but I think they can get it. We were talking about it yesterday. They have a lot of history together, but they just need to start having a bit more consistency in those rounds because just it wasn't there to get them across the finish line, Alpha.
Yeah, it really wasn't, unfortunately. They just they just had some great ideas, but unfortunately, there was just a few times where they just lost out on a couple of duels, and that was all that they really needs to lose with those couple of rounds. But I don't think that's it. I mean, when you're kind of got that sort of round difference of 13-6, I feel like it tells you that there's a little bit more going on as to why they might not have been performing in the way that you might have expected.
Yeah, and I do think though, I mean, if you look back, I mean, there's so many rounds where it's one player left, a clutch scenario for either team, and just can't get it done. And so I think honestly, a lot of those rounds were really close. And if you can have 1 or 2 of those gunfights go Awesome Team's way, it could be a very different story that we're seeing here today. But Yafa, we do have more Valorant to be seen. It is a best of 3 here in the playoffs. Single elimination. Team Pulsar looking to close this one out into Awesome Team needing to respond on split. That's going to be after this short break, so make sure not to go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from that short break. We just witnessed a 13-6 victory for Team Pulsar over Awesome Team on Corrode. Yafa, exciting match. A little bit back and forth nail biter there, but we do have an exciting matchup coming up next on Split. And I think this should be an absolute heater of a round.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it as always. I really want to see how well this goes. I mean, Split is probably one of it's not my favorite map, but it's certainly up there in terms of the maps that I personally like. And I really hope that this map really plays into the kind of play style that Awesome Team have been demonstrating throughout the playoffs so far. And I really hope as well with how they've been playing with this sort of you know, hero like. Does that sound right? Hero like sort of plays and attitude that I honestly love to see, and I think is actually amazing to see from the players. I really hope that this plays into their style and allows them to maybe get a win, maybe take a map off this Team Pulsar, who have been the only team this season to take a map off of the probably one of the favorites to win this tournament, Kinetic, who won the previous season as well.
Yeah, certainly. So we'll have to see how that ends up going as we get into the agent select soon. Split is a map that I feel like is very competitive. It's very lopsided as well, or not lopsided, but very even on the sides as well. So depending on your composition, it really can kind of determine and dictate how it ends up being favored. And I think especially if Team Pulsar comes in here with a very similar game plan to their defense side, it could be very, very easy for them to have a good start as we head into Agent Select. And so, again, the chamber being locked in, very similar vibes, I feel. On the other side, double duelist. I like both of these compositions coming in here today.
Yeah, double duelist compositions. We have seen this played before, but it's not always been the strongest compositional choice I've seen so far, and I think that might just be because of the narrow window in where you've got to play this kind of composition to be optimal. And if you don't quite play it right, then any other composition honestly is probably a better idea.
Yeah, but it does give you a lot of flexibility as well with how you're wanting to go about playing it. But it will be Team Pulsar starting off on the attacking side so they can get a good little go of it. A lot of pressure here early onto Gia, but takes that teleport out. They're going to have to play their live for the time being.
Yeah, backing off, trying to get that early pick to help them. First line of defense, but unfortunately doesn't go in their favor of Awesome Team.
Spike planted.
But now you do have Gia here holding the angle, picks up 2 kills. It's forcing them to back off, but Team Pulsar, while they have the sight, there is a flanker who's got a good timing onto Elf from the shelf, and they go down. But look at this, Tommy Hurst also has got a perfect flank on Jid. It's almost like a flankception, I guess, but Vienna here is absolutely popping off, getting 3 kills, cleaning up, and winning them the round.
Beautiful finish there to that round. Just absolutely overwhelming everyone. And Vienna, who we've only really gotten to see on the role of Viper. I like this switch up over to the Yoru, allowing them to have a bit more flexibility in that style of play. A bit more freedom. So we'll have to see if that continues. Arena swapped over from the Neon to the Rays as well, so getting to see a bit of a different look. But going to the attack side first, I think really will help, starting this momentum and continuing it from the last game, because it was a bit of a brutalization towards the end, even though the rest of it was close. Gia going hunting.
But again, unfortunately, that first line of defense, they're trying to find those kills, early picks, not able to work out. But I love the aggression that awesome team was showing, especially when you've got these double duelist compositions. It's kind of the only way that you've got to find information and take space, especially on defense. You don't really have the same sort of anchoring that you can find. But look at this with the bookie, able to get out, finds one, finds two kills with the Valorant. You'll love to see this with the bookie. Gets the perfect kill. Gia here standing in the way. Unfortunately, gets jumped by 3 members of Team Pulsar. Nothing they could do. Not even managed to pick up 1 kill. That is unfortunately not so good. Especially for Team Awesome.
Spike planted.
No,
Team
but Fallacy
Pulsar.
was able. They got that Bulldog, Yafa, so a little bit of something going for them, but Jid is going to be the thorn in the side of this retake. 5 HP in a dream, but it's the positioning that's good, and they're spotted out by that Sky Flash.
And Team Awesome here pushing out into mid, trying to find the location, but Jid is on a good timing, able to stay hidden. Rena picking up a kill, finding a third kill as well. 4 kills, couldn't find the 5th. The ace just out of reach for Rena. Now it's a 1v1 situation. The timer is ticking down. But unfortunately for the defenders of Awesome Team, they just ran out of time.
And I mean,
Make it
beautiful work from Rena to pick up 4 kills there, as well as the reposition from Jid into Vince. There was just no suspicion. They thought, okay, we can check out, we can clear over towards mid. Very diligent about that, but assuming they would group back up with their team and not continue to play that. So a lot of damage done, though, on that anti-eco, so they'll be able to buy down full rifles, stingers, shotguns, and sheriffs for the attackers. We know how dangerous some of these weapons can be in the right hands. But I'm interested, Yafa, because I feel like this solo waylay on this map can do a lot for you, but it still has its limitations, right? You don't have those quick rotates with the Yoru. You don't have that extra clearance of the boom bot. You really are sending it in, and you have to have someone like your Omen to follow up on it. You have a lot of ability still with the chamber to lock down and go outside, but look at this. Staryu has worked their way up over towards ramps. Trip is spotted out, but just be main control.
Ooh, almost getting blocked there on the retreat. But are able to get away from the aggression of Team Pulsar. Currently still holding up this B long, except you still got a couple of players lurking around in the shadows, all the way down by spawn. Gracious spots them, finds them, doesn't able to pick up the kill. Almost loses out from that bad peek there with the util caught out. Survives miraculously. But Team Pulsar here making their way around. Gia now the only one on site, and unfortunately they're getting swarmed. Staryu from above. Team Awesome are now the ones remaining. Vienna. Oh, how did they not get spotted? Or maybe they were. Vienna on an incredible little angle here from behind is able to pick up 1 kill, and now Gracious has got to deal with someone in the back, able to pick them off. Knows where the rest of the team is. Surely going to be in mid. All comes down to Gracious. They're going to have to ace this if they want this to be in their victory. Unfortunately for them, Starry is on a roll, getting a kill already straight off the bat. Strong start from Team Pulsar.
This with our eyes closed, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Again, it's very interesting to see how these two teams kind of play this out. It's not something that you I tend to see very often. But Team Pulsar with a strong start, as I was saying, going up 3 rounds already. I hope they don't have Awesome Team figured out. Awesome Team, I'm really actually quite looking forward to. They've got some plays. I really like their style, but unfortunately, it's not been working out for them just yet. Although, calling someone who likes to support the underdog, I certainly have my faith that they can turn this around.
Certainly so. Trying to get something going there, but Fallacy punished. Being that spearhead has to be, but this re-clear is just so much to deal with. They just get mowed down in response.
Scout destroyed.
Unfortunately, there's just too much damage by Team Pulsar. Too awesome team there. They're gonna have a hard time trying to deal with this take.
Cover going out.
Spike is going down by May.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Shot goes to the back of the head, and yeah, this one is just a little bit over. Maybe try to die to Spike, save this gun if you can. Make sure that Vienna can't get that ultimate online. At least not in this rounds. But I have myself just trying to go for exits, I guess. See if they can get anything going. But the timing doesn't allow for it, so like I said, just will be a save of the weaponry. And Yaffa, this is looking just like a continuation of the last map. Where it's just domination. Sure, we saw some close rounds. It's a little bit back and forth, but yeah, Gracious is going to be calling a timeout here to try to get their team back in this. After an 0-4 start, they need something to get going here.
They really do need to be trying to make some kind of changes here because they just cannot keep up this kind of pace. Team Pulsar are almost starting to run away with the game just a little bit. Up already 4 rounds. And I'm not entirely sure what you're going to be thinking, but if I was a teammate in an awesome team right now, if I was one of these players, you know, I would be worrying. Maybe I'd feel a little bit discouraged, you know. I've tried a few different things. They didn't seem to be working out. Team Pulsar just seems to get a perfect read on us every time. I feel down. But I also have a fire in me to try and come back, to find the right strategy, to work together with my team to find that victory. But I just don't know what it is. There's just confusion. You've got to really work that through. You know, if I was in that, I'd really have to, you know, find the right kind of inspirational words. But you've got to keep it practical.
Certainly, and I think it's going to come down to this defense. I mean, you only have the one tripwire with the chamber, and you still have the Viper, the Omen, but you just don't have as much delay without that fade, without the raise as well. But Operator being picked up by Gia and so aggressive by Fallacy, but again, this is the first death in the round.
And perhaps this timeout was all that they needed. Awesome team currently in the stronger position. They're up 4 players. They have good map control at the moment. Team Pulsar in a slightly weaker position. But it could all change at any moment. The Wolf is able to find someone here. So they know there's at least one player around. Razor comes out. He's able to find one. Rena has popped off before. Can they do this again? Pushing up is unfortunately gets taken down by Elf and a Chef, gets traded out. 2 versus 1 on site. But there's an orb locked on your location, May. And it is not going to end well. Gia picks up the kill. First round victory for the awesome team. And that's got to feel good.
It certainly does. A great response out of the timeout. And I liked the aggression. It's, I mean, they took all that control over towards A main, and especially with Vienna, typically you can allow it's your Yoru player or your Viper player lurking over towards A, trying to get some of that presence, because either get up with your wall or TP out for Vienna, but just shut down early and instantly switching it up to go over towards B for Gia. But as we see on the minimap, looks like it's just going to be a straight up A take here. Some big ults online as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a different setup as well defensively than they've been doing before. Not quite playing the same sort of aggression as they were before. Ultimate here coming out. Slowing them down. But it's not enough to stop Team Pulsar from getting the kills that they need. Vienna is already on site, having made use of their utility. And now it's up to 2 members of Awesome Team to try and retake it. They do have 2 ultimates, 2 in their arsenal, but
I
do
mean,
you save them or do you use
they're not
them?
really ults to retake. I mean, it's a
Mm.
Viper's Pit and an op which you already have, but Gracious locks onto Arena. Makes this one doable.
Last player standing.
But shut down. And it's just going to be a save here, Yafa. It's
Yeah.
going to be 1-5. Instantly responding to win. I mean, just with insane take over towards A, and it really wasn't anything complicated, right? The Yoru ult into elbow, and there wasn't even the Nightfall committed on top of that. It was just it drawing the crosshairs over, and I mean, Fallacy invested the divergent or the convergent paths, but couldn't capitalize off of it, and Vienna really making it known why they picked up this Yoru, swapped over to this double duelist composition, because they seem so comfortable on this agent. And look at the money on the other side, right? You win that round number 5, you lose round number 6, and your credits are just in shambles. Gracious did save that rifle. Gia can get that tour de force, but it's gonna be a lot of work, excuse me, but peeking over towards A main might be the way to do it.
Oh no! Arena getting a double kill off of those paint mines. Paint grenades all the way.
I think they got C's nade.
Yeah. Well, maybe just thought that you survived through it, or maybe you just wouldn't miss or tag them, but unfortunately it takes them down. Getting hit by a little bit of decay as well, just to double down the damage. And now, Awesome Team in a horrific situation. Rena picking up the 3rd kill. Quick round by Team Pulsar. That was delivered with some like same day delivery.
Yeah, I got the Amazon Prime locked in for that one for sure. I mean, I think just through that C's and with it deafening, I mean, sure, Fallacy's dead anyways, but like Gia had the teleport set up to rendezvous out of there, but just didn't take it in time. So maybe a miscommunication, but it's a bit rough there when it looks like they were set up to at least cause a little bit of a disturbance. And again, same C's goes off. This time a Viper's Pit over towards mid, but Fallacy needs to get something done here.
This trigger discipline is absolutely ridiculous. Staying behind in the end. Will they have to pick up 2 kills? They do add another 2, not 3rd though. But maybe that's just enough damage for Team Pulsar. Awesome Team coming back in. He's able to find 1, stun 1. Somehow survives. How did they win that against the Jewel there? Against Elf on the Shelf? I do not know.
With the
Vienna picks up the
utility.
kill.
And it doesn't matter.
Out.
That's ridiculous, man. Like, what? It's 2v2
half
now,
a
though.
second there.
Spike.
One enemy remaining.
But it doesn't matter, though. In the end, Awesome Team coming out on top, using that coordination. Gia and Gracious swinging that corner, finding the kill, getting that off angle. Onto the players, there's just very little that they can do to react.
I got worried there for a moment.
It was a little closer than it should have been, maybe, you know.
Yeah, but they get the rounds nonetheless. Investing a lot into it. But now look at the other side. No ultimates online. You have the Dimensional Drift back online for Vienna after just using it a few rounds prior.
Who's next?
Gonna rip it here. And Gia has, again, a lot to do here. Isolated on site.
Welcome to my world.
But they are here, all on site. Team Pulsar using that Viper Pit to stave away. Oh, apologies. Awesome Team using the Viper Pit. What? I'm so sorry. I got confused there for a moment, but it's not going to matter. In all this chaos, Team Pulsar are 1 and are ahead in this by far. At least they were, as Chia and Alpha and Shelf try their best to come out on top, but unfortunately, it's not enough. Gia come out on top, picking up the kill. Oh, that was close at the very end. They were almost able to claw it back. That difference.
Absolutely sick shots from Vienna as well. And again, they used all those ults, and as soon as Awesome Team can get around, it's just instantly responded. There's no economy being built up here. And it just feels like this is snowballing out of control. Yaffa, 7-2. A hero rifle in the hands of Elf on a Shelf. And not a single player operating on the B site.
Team Pulsar here in mid. Taking the space. But unfortunately for them, Vienna was all by themselves. Awesome Team pushing up, finding the kill, clearing the space all the way through. They've left B sites empty. They're going to be having to go for a retake. Not very much in terms of utility remaining for some of the members of Awesome Team. That's going to be a problem when you're trying to retake. You really need that utility available to you.
Raid Boss is down though. But, oh, Jid just on the high grounds. Stabilizes Even's numbers.
But unfortunately, they don't know the Rena's here. Gets the headshot. Oh. It's looking like a difficult situation for Awesome to try and regroup. You've got Rena on the high ground, one on the low ground. Clearing their angles, though. Now it's a 1v2 situation. You've got two people in horrible positions. 360 spin to try and avoid. But it's more than enough. They win on time. Team Pulsar yet again increasing their lead once more. Awesome Team struggling just a little bit, but I still have faith in this team. I still think that they've got a good shot at winning, but I feel like maybe the mental game is starting to wane, and it's always important to keep that at the forefront because, you know, have you ever wondered how much mental is a part of the mistakes that you often end up making? For a lot of people, it can be 20, 30, even 50% or more of the time that's the cause behind it. So you've got to keep your mental game up. Got to make sure that it's sharp. Because otherwise, when you start to get decimated like this and you're in a 1v5 situation for Elf on the Shelf, sure, they might be able to bring a one kill for Starro, who's a little bit overconfident. Knife out, jumping around, belly hopping. But unfortunately, gets shot all the same. Playing it safe, able to spot three people, uses the flash, but all the utility is coming around for Elf on the Shelf. They aren't able to turn it around and do a hero play, getting the win.
Don't save anything. Last chance to use our stuff.
Elf on the Shelf doing their best here. Unfortunately, Team Pulsar running away with this game once more. 9 rounds, only 4 more to go until it is their victory this time around. And they'll be heading on to the grand finals. Awesome Team struggling. Unfortunately, Awesome Team, though, they even if they do lose, they should not go away disheartened. They have put some excellent shows on. But this game has not been going their way. Tommy Hurts, though, is able to pick up a kill for now, but they have left B sites empty once more. They're confident, perhaps, on their ability to retake B. Spike has gone down. They're regrouping to try and take this together. An important 101 in all team-based games. Team Pulsar, though, they're confident. They've got a lot of time on the Spike. And the longer that this takes Awesome Team to regroup, the harder it is for them to get a so important round. On the high ground, Waylay jumping in there, using their abilities, trying to find a distraction up from top, able to find a kill. 3v3 situation, equalizing for now, but the secret ninja comes out, pops out Staru, and Jid able to find the kills that they need.
Switching sides.
Bringing the round to a close. Team Pulsar, yet again, bringing out yet another round victory now. the sides have swapped. An opportunity, some may say, for Awesome Team to turn this around. You never know. We have seen ridiculous comebacks before, just recently, in fact, in the VCT Championships. If you cast your mind back to then, Fnatic doing an incredible job, able to, I believe, the first time ever that we ever saw in VCT, especially in the grand finals, in that level, a complete
Cutting through.
reversal. Taking the time to set up here. Awesome Team on the first pistol round for now.
Doing a thing.
You must be feeling the pressure. If I was a player from Awesome Team, I certainly would. But I've got to stay calm, stay confident, and believe in myself and my team. But unfortunately, Rena and Vienna, they're going to be putting dampeners on that. They've got a pistol kill. They've got more. It's a 1v5 situation now for Awesome Team. The end is nigh for Awesome Team. And Gracious, although we have seen some incredible plays from them before, unfortunately today,
Kiss them big.
that time was not there. Was not that time for glory. We are going to see some purchases here from these teams, no doubt. It's the only opportunity they really have. Only a couple rounds remaining. And this is the choice that they make. They really want to try and find, I suppose, any opportunity they can to try and regroup and rescore just a little bit. They've got plenty of rounds to try out, to see how well it plays out against Team Pulsar. Playing aggressively so far in taking up the mid. Plenty of mid here, but Team Pulsar pushing forward, trying to find the kill, and Staryu is absolutely on fire. Gets a triple kill with the Church. That is brutal damage there for Awesome Team. And now you've got just a 1v5 situation. Gia not able to clutch up. They have some incredible aim, but today has not been their day. Not able to find the kills that they need. But you've got all of Team Pulsar rushing in. Perhaps this is your opportunity for Team Awesome. Maybe Team Pulsar getting overconfident. And it's an opportunity for Team Awesome to make use of that. That's such a strong round first time. It's not looking so good. Awesome Team on the back foot. The close first round started off strong, and now it seems like Team Pulsar have them all figured out. They're going for a bit of a gambit here with all 8 players heading A, rushing it perhaps, trying their best to get the kill, but unfortunately Faisy jumps in all by themselves in the crossfire between 2 players, finds themselves going down. There's a damper on the tempo here from Awesome Team. 3 players alive. Team Pulsar, they know where they are. And they can play it slow. They can get those wins. Unfortunately, Staryu, a player that has been standing out like a star, bright in Team Pulsar.
Feeling over here.
Playing it slow, healing up. Maybe if we just sit here and wait, maybe they won't think about when they won't notice us. Maybe they think we're gone. But no, here we go. They're pushing onto site now. They've fueled their resolve.
Win.
That is unfortunately it for Team Awesome. Team Pulsar getting the victory. Team Pulsar going ahead into the grand finals. Team Awesome, I am saddened by the loss. I had so much hope, so much belief in Team Awesome. You know, been around for a long time. I've seen some of the plays. They are absolutely incredible. I love the style, but unfortunately today was not the day. Team Pulsar seem to have had you figured out to a T. And they are going ahead to the grand finals. Team Pulsar, the stronger team. And for some people, maybe this seems like it's a kind of an expected thing. But I think that was an awesome fight to behold, despite the apparent one-sidedness that you may believe. Team Pulsar doing a great job heading on to grand finals, like I said. But that is not all. We are going to be getting a interview with one of the members from Team Pulsar. And so stay around for that as we head on over to a quick little break. Hopefully, my co-caster Zerofy is also going to be hopefully arriving from the mysterious void of internet problems soon to answer some great questions, because I am sure that Zerofy has a lot of interesting insights about that past game. So stay around for the interview. I'm sure you want to hear what the